Makes sense, because if it was Flynn again, that means Polina would be out of the game.
So you have to believe that that injury she had last night is definitely bothering her here today.
Big hack and foul tipped back to the backstop by Mitsiaris. But definitely still effective, though, with her swing. She definitely has a lot of power, even with, one knee.
Yeah, she'll be able to get a lot of balls in play in the last 2 innings.
Sanson still working here with the 0-1 pitch. Missing inside. Sanson toes a rubber with a delivery. Swung on, missed there. Sanson just blowing that by Mitsiaris.
Yeah, big hack from Mitsiaris. 2 times now she's swung on and missed. We'll see what Sanson delivers. Would love a strikeout right here.
2 outs, 1 on, and strike 3 swinging. That'll end the side. We head to the bottom of the 6th. UMass Boston 2, Eastern Connecticut State still 1.
Back here at D&M Park, fans, Women's Lacrosse Championship will be played tomorrow down at Eastern Connecticut State. It'll be the Plymouth State Panthers as the 2 seed versus the Eastern Connecticut State Warriors as the 1 seed. 1 p.m. start time. That'll be a great championship game down there.
So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Valentine, Seymour, and Wolski due up for Eastern Connecticut State. Be the first baseman right now, number 10, Samantha Valentine.
Yeah, Valentine today has gone over 1 for 2, a fly out and a single.
Off speed inside, trailing back into the plate for the strike. I'd love it if this wind would die.
Yeah.
It just needs to. We apologize for the wind noise. Big hack, and that's an opposite way hit to left field, but it'll drop foul.
Yeah, Warriors need to try to start getting some of these balls in play. They had a good opportunity last inning with the double and then the single from both Piscinelli and Bardos. But definitely starting to get down to their last couple outs. But we've seen it the last 2 days, the last 2 games they played yesterday. They were down, we're starting to count them out, came back, forced 2 extra inning games, and then here they are playing to get into the championship.
Valentine finds herself quickly down 0-2 in the count. Trying to get her second hit here this morning. Chopper off of Greenspan's toe. It's into center field for the base hit.
Good leadoff knock there for Valentine. And if you're the Warriors, you can't squander this opportunity. Got to get her home.
Bring up the left fielder, number 12, Jessica Seymour.
We have a pinch runner for Valentine, much like we did back in the 4th inning.
It was Mosher before. See what it is now.
Well, I can almost see this one, Dan. But I'm still going to wait for Chris Kilmer to verify before I make a call.
It looks like Callie Duthry. We'll wait and see.
Hey.
Hey, I'm right.
Seymour today, 0 for 2, a ground out, a fielder's choice, and a strikeout looking. I'm going to change that because I'm going to keep saying ground out. I'm going to change it.
I mean, she didn't reach on the fielder's choice as that's bunt missing on the first base side foul.
Five, 6, 7 here for the Warriors. This is really their heart of the lineup. If they're going to get something going, this is definitely where they want to get it done here.
Running out of time here in the bottom of the 6th. Bunt pulled back, and that misses high and away. Evens the count up at 1-1. Plymouth State fans starting to show up here to D&M Park for the championship game. Chopper, and they'll be back. Foul. Nice pick out of the air, though, by Vento, barehanded. Seen a lot of great catching plays behind the plate here the last 2 days.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of work, but I think definitely you could make a pretty good highlight reel from this 2-day tournament here at D&M Park.
1-2 pitch, slapped at. That's going to be in foul territory, but a nice catch there by Mitsiaris and for the out.
Yeah, Mitsiaris doing a good job to range over. It looked for a second again with our bad depth perception that it was going to go out of play, but a nice put away now for 1 down.
Bring up the third baseman, number 6, Krista Wolski.
Yeah, Wolski 0 for 1, grounded out in the second, reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th.
So 1 out, 1 on. Dothery pinch running at first. Missing away, throw down a second, and it's going to be off the glove. And safe in there with her foot is Dothery.
Yeah, big stolen base now, runner in scoring position with 1 out. Gives even more importance to this at-bat for Wolski.
So it's a pitch away, so it'll be a 1-0 count. But now a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. Wouldn't be surprised if Eastern tries to throw down a bunt and get her to third. I mean, they've had some hits here today. Wolski finds herself ahead easily here.
Yeah, DeFeo in the on-deck circle currently for the Warriors, 0 for 2, but could have a big spot.
And Greenspan finds the outside park. She's staying completely away from Wolski right now. And the wind picking up from center field to home plate. A pitcher's win just like yesterday. We have yet to see a home run here in day 2 or day 3. Popped up, that's going to stay in play. Charging it is Mitsiaris at first, and she'll get the out.
The pitcher there, Greenspan, kind of just backing out of the way last second. But now, 2 straight pop-ups to Mitsiaris. Has the Beacons looking good here with 2 down and a runner on second.
Bring up the 8-hole with the right fielder, number 4, Rebecca DeFeo.
DeFeo struck out in the second and grounded out to the third baseman in the 4th. So we will see what happens here with 2 outs as UMass looks to tightrope out of danger once again.
Eastern Connecticut State. So it's going to be Teresa Makita pinch hitting for DeFeo.
Yeah, Marquito, 226 after yesterday's contest. Was struggling at the plate in both games.
That one misses low for a ball. Yeah, I'm not surprised that DeFeo 0 for 2 struck out and a ground out. Quickly, 2-0 now the count to Makita.
Greenspan has to be very careful here, 2-0 count. Marquito does have some power in that batter's box, not lay one right in.
Again, everything just low and away right now from Greenspan.
You have to wonder if they're going to not intentionally walk Marquito here, but just keep one out of the zone, put runner on first, then you have a force at any base except for the plate.
3-0 pitch. That one in there for a strike.
See if Marquito swings on this one. A 3-1 pitch, runner on second.
And in there on the inside part. Nice job by Greenspan battling back to a full count.
Crucial pitch right here, Dan. 3-2 count, runner on second.
And 2 outs. Eastern with their best opportunity right now to tie it up. Swung on, that's a hard shot sent to center field. And Bonilla's underneath it for the out. So once again, Eastern Connecticut State threatening, but they can't get the runner home. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, UMass Boston 2, Eastern Connecticut State 1.
My name is Kirsten Morrison, aka Keek. I'm a senior here at UMass. I'm in the Exercise Health Sciences program, and I play volleyball, basketball, and softball. I came here for volleyball, and I chose between basketball and softball, and I went with basketball my freshman year to play, and it's always kind of been a thing that I wanted to do is play softball my senior year. And after talking with Coach Dagg, she was like, yeah, come on the team. And I was like, all right. And here I am playing 3 sports this year. Being a beacon, I don't even know if words can describe. Coming here as a freshman, I was a little nervous and scared. But, I walked in these doors and they all had open arms. They showed me the ropes. The coaching staff, the athletic staff, the chancellor, the vice chancellors, everyone here is so welcoming. And I really can't stress enough about how much this is really a second family for me here at UMass. I got my 1,000 points this year. It's amazing. I don't even think words can describe how I feel about it. It's something I've always wanted to do my whole life, and doing it here with my teammates and the coaching staff here is just an unbelievable experience, and I'm so happy to be able to do that. I'm doing my internship this summer at the Quincy YMCA, and I really hope to be coaching in my future.
Back here at D&M Park for the top of the 7th inning. And 2 up for UMass Boston will be the bottom of the order. And 7-8-9, Alyssa Tully will lead off, the third baseman, number 14.
Yeah, Tully 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. So definitely the part of the order that the Warriors wanted to face here heading into the bottom of the 7th to try to win it. Combined, the 3 hitters due up are 0 for 5 with 1 walk, and that was Braga's walk back in the 2nd.
We're going to see if we have any defensive replacements right now. Again, it does look like Tully at the plate. Just making sure that either the batting order is correct or if we have the correct defensive placements. We'll wait for any call right now from public address announcer Chris Kilmer. Still don't quite know what's going on, but it seems like UMass Boston is okay. So it is Tully at bat, and that first pitch in there for a strike.
Good job by Stanson getting ahead early in this count. Just wants to keep it a 1-run game for this bottom of the 7th.
High, just missing the inside top corner. Back to 1-1.
So Morris is back at second base for the Warriors, as Chris Kilmer just announced.
Two 2-1 pitch. Popped up, but that's going to get out of play.
So I lied. Jackie Lewis is actually at second base.
Say,
number 11.
Not Georgette anymore. One, two, sent to short. Throw over to first for Nice pick there by Valentine for the out.
Yeah, quick one out, quick first out. Now 0 for 3 is Tully in the day. She's just been struggling at the plate.
And it's actually Giorgetti now at first. My correction. So Giorgetti moves from second to first and Lewison at second. But there is one out here. Big swing by Bonilla.
Bonilla 0 for 2, 2 groundouts right to second base.
Giovanni Bonilla trying to get some insurance runs here. That one's fouled straight back, quickly down 0-2.
We'll see what Sanson delivers here. Big 0-2 pitch. This one definitely will be out of the zone to try to get Bonilla to chase.
Just missing. 1-2 now the count. Only 2 strikeouts so far, if I'm not mistaken, for Sanson.
Correct.
1-2 pitch, swung on, sent at third, and a nice pick out of the air there by Wolski.
Wolski just playing a little defensively there. Line shot. Couple line shots now for these Beacons. They had one back in the first when Paulino lined one right to the Piscinelli at short.
That will bring up the shortstop, number 3, Gigi Braga.
Braga 0 for 1, a ground out in the 5th inning. Reached on a walk back in the 2nd.
Sanson trying to get another 1-2-3. That one's in there for a strike. She got 6 up, 6 down back in the 4th and 5th inning. Big swing and a miss there by Braga. Quickly in a 0-2 hole. Sanson trying to get her team unscathed to the bottom of the 7th. High and away, trying to get Braga to chase, and she doesn't.
Yeah, good idea there from Sanson, getting Braga something to swing at and miss. Probably go out of the zone here with this one, too.
Sanson getting ready to deliver. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Swung on. That's going to be kept in play in foul territory, but it'll drop.
Yeah, just getting in between the fence and the bleachers out there.
As that was Samore trying to get over there.
Fan lost his umbrella over there in right field.
It's the first here this weekend. It's still Friday. I don't even know what it is anymore. My apologies. Still staying alive here. 1-2 count to Braga. Again, the winner of this will advance to the Little East Conference Championship game against Plymouth State. Loser will be going home. 1-2 pitch, high, missing the zone, even it up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, the delivery, swung on, missed, strike 3. Sanson picks up her 3rd K of the game. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, final 3 outs for Eastern Connecticut State. It's UMass Boston 2, Eastern Connecticut State 1.
Fans, be sure to join us on social media. You can like us on Facebook, Plymouth State Broadcasting. Follow us on Twitter at PSU Broadcasting. Also have a YouTube channel, Plymouth State University Broadcasting, and then our new Instagram page. Follow us. We have coaches interviews on there, player profiles. Let you know when we're going to be on the air. Of course, this is actually our last day of broadcasting here with it's been the last day of home games. And be sure to join us on Twitter using the hashtag LEC Softball. Become a part of the game here. We'll show you tweets on air. That's a chilly bottom of the seventh coming in from D&M Park.
That got a chilly up the spine right there as we go 9-1-2 here in the bottom of the seventh. The last chance for Eastern Connecticut State to get back into this game. Here will be Hogden, Pissanelli, and Bardos due up. Megan Hogden will lead off, the catcher.
Hogden 0 for 2. Well, that's going to be a pinch hitter anyway.
Santos.
Santos entering play today with a 200 average, 1 RBI.
Kayla Santos, the sophomore from Peabody, Massachusetts. So that one first misses for a ball. Second pitch, in there for a strike. Back to a 1-1 count. Okay, last chance for the second-ranked Eastern Connecticut State team to keep their season alive. Swung on, hard shot, it's a pop, sent to center field, and Bonilla's underneath it for the first out.
Big first out there for the Beacons now. Brings us back to the top of the order for the Warriors.
Be the shortstop number 2, Sarah Pissanelli.
Pissanelli doubled back in the first, later came around to score. Also had a single in the fifth, but flew out in the third.
Trying to keep her team alive. Eastern Connecticut down to their final 2 outs here in the tournament. Greenspan gets the first pitch, strike.
And you have to imagine, Dan, if UMass was to win this game, we'll have a rematch with Thomas, taking these Panthers on once again in the next game.
0-1 pitch, high. Vento can't frame it. Even the count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the seventh. Off speed, breaking ball is going to drop in there beautifully for a strike.
That's a beautiful pitch there from Greenspan now, 1-2. He's going to try to get Pissanelli to chase something low and low and away here, most likely.
One ball, 2 strikes, swung on, chopped foul, as Pissanelli will stay alive. Greenspan with the delivery, missing away, evens it up at 2-2. Eastern Connecticut dugout trying to get their team going here. Pissanelli shows bunt, pulls back, swung on. It's going to be a shot to center field. We'll see if it's going to drop. And a beautiful catch there by Braga from short, coming into center field. And now it's 2 down in the bottom of the seventh.
Yeah, game-saving catch there from Braga. Raining in all the way from shortstop, hitting the turf, but putting it away now. 2 down. Big at-bat here now for the UMass Boston Beacons.
And it'll bring up the center fielder, number 28, Samantha Bardos, with 1 out left in the season for Eastern Connecticut State.
Bardos 1 for 2. They double in the 5th inning, strikeout swing in the 3rd. Had a sacrifice bunt back in the 1st.
Swung on, that's going to drop in the infield. Throw over to first, and she's out. And UMass Boston advances to the Little East Conference Championship game coming up next. And what a heartbreaker for Eastern Connecticut State.
Yeah, you know, they had 2 great games yesterday, playing 18 total innings. Just coming up short here, getting eliminated with UMass Boston. But give the Beacons credit, losing last night, a 5-2 game, short rest, coming in here for this first game. And I'm excited, Dan. This rematch here is going to be probably one of the best softball games we've seen all season.
So it sets up a rematch of the 9 p.m. game last night between number 1 seed Plymouth State and the number 4 seed UMass Boston Beacons. Again, fans, we haven't explained it yet, but what's going to happen is UMass Boston will be the home team for the championship game due to the way the structure of the tournament is set up. Because UMass Boston had less essentially home games this tournament versus, in the tournament compared to Plymouth State, they will be the home team. Plymouth State will technically be away in the LEC championship game. Now, if UMass Boston wins the game coming up starting in a half an hour from now, it will be reversed, and the 2 o'clock game will become the championship game because it will be Plymouth State's first loss coming up next. So we'll see what happens. It's just setting up a barn burner here.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be great. Hopefully the weather holds off. We'll see what happens here, though.
So bear with us as we will get reset. Grounds crew will get to work and redoing the infield, but it is UMass Boston advancing to the Little East Conference Championship game 2-1 over Eastern Connecticut State. For my partner, Weston Atwood, I'm Dan Salzer. We'll see you in about 15 minutes as we get back here at Dean Park here on the campus of Plymouth State University.
So my involvement early was being at the early meetings, and then I was appointed the first sports information director or conference publicist.
Actually, I think the conversations began closer to 1984, 1985.
In the final analysis, we were down to about 10 schools that were meeting, and we would usually meet at different locations, but often at ECAC meetings.
At the end of the day, after months of meetings, we ended up with 6 schools that all happened to be public universities. So we started a basketball conference.
I think there were a number of factors for the 6 of us. One, we were all like institutions. So, we had a number of things in common. We were public institutions of higher education. We had similar philosophies. We had similar facilities. We were similar in size in those days, much more similar than we are today.
Darrell White came up with the idea of the Little East and as a possible name, and at that time the Big East was in its heyday. And so Darrell contacted Dave Gavitt to get permission for us to consider using the Little East name.
Their picture and image of what the conference was going to be was probably bigger than what other conferences were like.
I had this bright idea. Picture this now. Here's the address and the name of the Little East Conference up on the left-hand corner of the envelope, but with a magnifying glass up over it to make the conference look a little bigger than it was. I shared this wonderful concept with the other athletic directors, and they laughed me out of the room.
When I heard that, I can remember when he said that, the Little East Conference. Holy gee, that was pretty damn good. I like that.
They were very strong that the Little East Conference did not need any artificial magnification, and they were right.
There's nothing about our conference that's little. We're not little in scope, we're not little in stature, we're not little in competition, we're not little in winning. we're a very, very big conference, and we got to get that out there because that helps us all in recruiting, that kids are going to come here because it's a very, very good conference with great competition.
The NCAA was emphasizing, beginning to really heavily emphasize more regional play over national play as related to eligibility for championships and getting bids and that kind of stuff. So I think those were some of the critical factors.
One of the strong points about the Little East is that the athletic directors have always made an effort to put the experience of the athletes first.
And truthfully, sports information, a guy like Bob Malta has played a huge role in this conference with everything he's done. Bill Gathright at UMass Dartmouth before he unfortunately died very early. Those guys are the backbone of this conference and really helped to keep it moving forward, helped to shape it, helped keep the values and the ideals that we have and the things that we do for the students on a regular basis.
The beauty of the Little East Conference is that it is founded on like academic missions of public institutions in New England. And I think that's led to the Little East stability. These are member schools that have been together for a long time. I'd like to think it's what Division III started out being about, was founding conferences that shared an academic mission and a vision for their athletic department that could make them be good members together.
We were still pretty much all committed to the ECAC as our umbrella conference, but it was wonderful to have this basketball and the basketball rivalry. And then, again, as conferences became more important, it was such a natural thing to expand to other sports, which is what we did.
I can't imagine where this program would be if we were not accepted as a full-time member in 1993. It would be extraordinarily difficult.
We gained instant credibility, so we were embraced by other schools, and we became the model for other schools.
Well, the LEC in 30 years, I think at some point someone got it right, to develop this small conference, public institutions, like-minded philosophies on their own campuses, and then to come together and endure all the challenges of the changing landscape of athletics, and to still, remain true to their, the core mission.
What made it work is the personalities of the athletic directors involved. It was a group that had a number of strong personalities, but a number of really, really good athletic administrators who got along extremely well together.
And I think the Little East is considered still one of the stronger conferences out there.
There's a path that takes you further in life. A breakthrough way of learning that prepares you for an ever-changing world. At Plymouth State, you'll find your way and learn more about yourself. It starts with our bold new approach to learning, the first of its kind at any university in the country. We call it our integrated clusters approach. You choose your area of interest, then focus your degree by adding courses from any discipline, from any department. Think of it as education without limits. Imagine how you'll grow with a truly interdisciplinary degree program. Then imagine how well Clusters prepares you for the ever-changing world out there. Clusters gives you hands-on experience working with top companies and institutions. You'll be part of a progressive team, developing innovative solutions to real-world problems. Education becomes dynamic at Plymouth State. Our faculty believe in you because collaboration works both in the classroom and beyond. You see faces up here, not crowds. Set in the foothills of the White Mountains of New Hampshire, there's genuine magic here. It's the way a university should be. Living in a vibrant community with a huge heart. Some degree programs even offer a 4+1 accelerated track, which lets you complete your master's degree in just 1 year. We see you, the doer every day, the innovator, the tomorrow changer. Find your own path at Plymouth State University. See further up here.
Plymouth State Broadcasting, your source for complete game day coverage of every Panther home game. Find out more information about us on social media at facebook.com/PSU Broadcasting.
Building for the Future at Plymouth State University. A ceremonial groundbreaking for Merrill Place, a 348-bed residence hall and conference center centrally located and constructed to meet the needs of modern-day higher education.
This institution of higher learning has always evolved as it adapts to the needs of its students and to the broader society we serve.
It will be the place where they, as undergraduates, expand their knowledge, exchange ideas, debate issues, serve each other, and plan their futures.
One of the key features of the 7-story, 95,000 square foot building is a first-floor conference center, a venue that will be used year-round.
To attract more people to the town of Plymouth and to the campus as a year-round facility.
Merrill Place is scheduled to be finished in the fall of 2017. It will be PSU's 8th residence hall, allowing the university to offer on-campus housing to nearly 2/3 of its undergraduate students.
There's a path that takes you further in life. A breakthrough way of learning that prepares you for an ever-changing world. Plymouth State's integrated clusters approach lets you follow your own path, not someone else's. It gives you choices within your degree, open labs, real-world experience, with faculty who work with you every step of the way. Become the leader, the doer every day, a tomorrow changer. Find your own path at Plymouth State University. See further up here.
What separates UMass Boston from other schools is the fact that a large percentage of students commute. For me, it takes 2 hours each day to go to and from school, but every second has been worth it because the students that come here are serious about learning, they value their education, and understand where it'll take them in the future. This is what UMass Boston means to me. Plymouth State Athletics is brought to you by Portland Glass, Biederman's Deli, Northeast Delta Dental, the New Hampshire National Guard, Merchants Auto and merchantsauto.com, Student Transportation, and by Fairfield Inn & Suites by Marriott.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to D&M Park for the first game of the Little East Championship between the UMass Boston Beacons and the Plymouth State Panthers. Hello everyone, I'm Weston Atwood, joined by my colleague Dan Salzer, and we are here for what hopefully could be the only game here for the LEC Championship. Again, if the Panthers win, they are the champions. If they lose, we'll head to a second game later today. Dan, a big first game here, the Beacons taking down Eastern Connecticut State to get to this game.
Absolutely, just a very close battle, which saw it being a 2-1 ball game if you did not join us for the 10 a.m. game. And what really impresses me the most is how UMass Boston was able to really turn things around on somewhat short notice after playing Plymouth State last night in a 9 p.m. game that went till 11 o'clock and to come back this morning and hold on for that victory. We haven't seen those hot bats that we've talked about as UMass Boston came in. Most of their roster hitting over 300, but it's been the small ball that's been working for the Beacons.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a huge rematch from last night when the Panthers defeated the Beacons, a big 5-2 game, a very chippy game, as a lot of close calls, one coach ejected. We'll see what this championship game has in store. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll break down the stats for Plymouth, go through the starting lineups, and then hopefully get this game started before Mother Nature interferes.
The University of Massachusetts Boston, with its scenic oceanfront campus, easily accessible to downtown Boston, is recognized as a model of excellence for urban public universities. 16 NCAA Division III sports are part of the more than 100 student organizations that create an engaging campus life in America's biggest and best college town. UMass Boston, Boston's urban public research university for the 21st century.
There's a path that takes you further in life. A breakthrough way of learning that prepares you for an ever-changing world. At Plymouth State, you'll find your way and learn more about yourself. It starts with our bold new approach to learning, the first of its kind at any university in the country. We call it our integrated clusters approach. You choose your area of interest, then focus your degree by adding courses from any discipline, from any department. Think of it as education without limits. Imagine how you'll grow with a truly interdisciplinary degree program. Then imagine how well Clusters prepares you for the ever-changing world out there. Clusters gives you hands-on experience working with top companies and institutions. You'll be part of a progressive team, developing innovative solutions to real-world problems. Education becomes dynamic at Plymouth State. Our faculty believe in you because collaboration works both in the classroom and beyond. You see faces up here, not crowds. Set in the foothills of the White Mountains of New Hampshire, there's genuine magic here. It's the way a university should be. Living in a vibrant community with a huge heart. Some degree programs even offer a 4+1 accelerated track, which lets you complete your master's degree in just 1 year. We see you, the doer every day, the innovator, the tomorrow changer. Find your own path at Plymouth State University. See further up here.
Back here at D&M Park, the 4th-seeded UMass Boston Beacons versus the number 1-seeded Plymouth State Panthers for the LEC Championship. We're going to take a quick look now at the Plymouth State lineup. Of course, Plymouth State, the visiting team, due to Little East Conference Tournament rules. Even though we are at D&M Park, they will start off as the visiting team. As leading off will be first base number 19, Katie Kennard. Leading second will be center fielder number 3, Rachel Morrissey. Batting third, the second baseman number 6, Emma Rhodes. Batting fourth, designated player Avery Davis. Batting fifth, third baseman Mel Goss. Batting sixth, the left fielder number 12, Cassidy Emerson. Batting seventh, right fielder number 20, Nina Murray. Batting eighth, catcher number 18, Haley Birch. And then batting ninth, shortstop Deb Morrill. Same lineup, Dan, that we've had all games here.
Which is great to see, the consistency that this lineup has really figured out their identity and hopefully carry themselves through to the championship, as we will be favoring Plymouth State a little bit. I mean, we will be unbiased, but again, we are Plymouth State Broadcasting. But nothing taken away from UMass Boston. They have battled hard, and it's going to be another hard, close game here in the championship. Defensively for the Beacons, the exact same as it was last game. It'll be Vento behind the plate, this time catching for Thomas, who will be in the circle, towing the rubber. Mitsiaris at first, Morse at second, Braga at short, Tully at third will be your infield, and then Presmack, Bania, and Rezkowski left to right in your outfield.
Starting this championship game for the Panthers will be number 1, Allison Moylan. Moylan, a 3.59 ERA, 2 wins, 6 losses, and 17 appearances. Her 10th start this season. She has 2 complete games, 50.2 innings pitched, 75 hits, 35 runs allowed, 26 of them earned, 15 walks with 16 strikeouts. So a big start for her here today. You have to imagine Miller will be available in the bullpen if needed in this LEC championship game.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, as Miller pitched an absolute gem in the first game against Western Connecticut State. Got a little rocky in the first inning, and as we talked with Bruce Addison throughout the evening before their last matchup against these Beacons, he was saying that he kind of expected that from the freshman. Expected a little bit shaky the first 2 innings, but then she settled down and sat down 12 in a row, and the Panthers held on for that 3-0 victory.
So a light rain starting to fall here at D&M Park. Unfortunately, it's going to be the beginning of a big wall of water heading our way. We'll see how many innings we can get in here, but a huge game for the Plymouth State Panthers, first ever time in the LEC championship game.
So for clarifications, if you fans did not join us for the end of the last game between Eastern Connecticut State and UMass Boston, the reason why Plymouth State, the number 1 seed, is the road team is because UMass Boston had less essentially home games here in the tournament compared to Plymouth State. That is why, just to make it as fair as possible in the rule book, why UMass Boston as the 4 seed will be the home team. Granted, if UMass Boston is able to pull out this victory here today in this game, we will go to a game right after once again, for that will be the championship game, as that'll be the first loss for Plymouth State if they lose here. So not over yet for UMass Boston. Plymouth State can seal it with a win here. Beacons trying to extend it to another game.
So pitching for the Beacons is going to be number 11, Annie Thomas. Thomas, a 4.10 ERA, 4 wins, 2 losses, and 11 appearances. We saw her pitch these same Panthers last night in that nighttime game here. We didn't leave here till about 10:57. A beautiful night game if you missed that great night game here from D&M Park. Thomas with 11 appearances, 6 starts. We're going to have her 7th start here. Only 42.2 innings pitched, so a little bit rested from last night. We'll see if that fatigue has any effect on her here today.
The biggest concern, as you mentioned, Weston, is that rain coming in. We've got a huge wall coming up from the south as we look down to our south, as it again is starting to hit the tent above us. It rained a little bit for the first 3.5, 4 innings of the game this morning. We'll see how much if we can get this championship game in. The scenario would be if we get to the 5th inning and it is too heavy of a rain to continue, we must wait 30 minutes before the call of the game if that's so chosen. If we do not get to 5, it is not an official game and we will have to wait most likely until late afternoon tomorrow to get the championship game in.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mother Nature just not being kind to us at all this season here in Plymouth, as we've mentioned. But it'll be the first baseman, Katie Kennard, to lead off for the Panthers. Kennard, .330 this season with 12 RBIs on 38 hits. So the LEC Championship about to get underway from D&M Park. First pitch to Kennard. Swung on, chopped over to short. A diving play from Braga. Little scooper in there, a nice scoop at first base to get the out.
Nice job there by Braga, able to knock it down and from her knees, get a couple hop over to first for Mitsiaris with a nice pick for the first out of the game.
So it's going to bring up center fielder number 3, Rachel Morrissey. Morrissey on the season now with a .281 average, with 1 home run, 8 RBIs, 16 total hits. As the rain intensifies here now. First pitch to Morrissey, taken for a called strike. Thomas's 0-1 pitch. In there, called second strike now. Morrissey in an 0-2 hole.
Again, we saw Thomas work all over the strike zone last night, really trying to throw the batter's eye off of Plymouth State. But Plymouth State able to come up with some clutch hits and get that 5-2 victory last night against these Beacons.
That one fouled away. Morrissey staying alive. Softballs as the rain intensifies. I'll have to keep those dry.
And we'd like to thank you all for joining us on Little East TV and through the Plymouth State portal page.
That one high fly ball, but out of play. Morrissey now about to see her 5th pitch of this at-bat.
Again, you wonder if just Plymouth State just really trying to work the count. See if we can get Thomas's arm a little bit tired after, again, pitching till 11 o'clock last night.
0-2 pitch. Taken outside for a ball. Good eye from Morrissey.
The entire defensive lineup for UMass Boston thought that was an out.
Just missing the outside part of the plate now, 1-2. The pitch from Thomas, swung on a high fly ball. Raising him, it's going to hit the dirt. Morrissey heads for second. She'll get in there with a double. A diving try there from Bonilla, but she could not pick it up.
Yeah, Bonilla tracked that one well, laid out, but just hopped in front of her glove. Plymouth State threatening early on here in the first.
So the runner on second in Morrissey brings up Emma Rhodes. Rhodes .361 this season with 13 RBIs.
Little shout out as off to our right and out beyond left field is Plymouth State President Donald Burks.
Coming out here in the elements to enjoy some softball. First pitch swing on a high fly ball, but camped under by Braga for the second out.
Yeah, easy there for Braga. Just to sit underneath that, only about a step and a half to her left.
So bring up the designated player, number 17, Avery Davis. Davis a .301 average with 22 RBIs. First pitch to Davis. Check swing, ball low in the zone. Good job by Davis to lay off.
Again, you wonder how much the Panthers are feeling the pressure being the first championship game in program history.
1-0 pitch. High and away ball 2, now 2-0. Yeah, let alone hosting the tournament. Plymouth State's never even been to an away championship game. Davis's 2-0 pitch. Low and away, called strike. Morrissey on second, 2-1 count. 2 outs here for the Panthers. Davis little chopper back up to Thomas in the circle. She'll go on to first for the out, so the Panthers will get Morrissey to second, but they cannot get the run across the score. We head to the bottom of the first, 0-0.
Fans, be sure to join us on social media and on Twitter using the hashtag LSC Softball and see your tweets live on the air here this afternoon. As you can see right now, scrolling on the bottom of your screen, it is rainy, it is cloudy, but it's still a great day for softball, and especially for the championship game.
Taking a look now at the Beacon starting lineup. Batting first, the left fielder, number 12, Kira Pressmack. Batting second baseman, number 7, Kaylin Morse. Batting third, the catcher, number 9, Roxanne Vento. Batting cleanup, right fielder, number 16, Gia Razkowski. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 15, Taylor Paulina. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 19, Lauren Mitsiaris. Batting seventh, third baseman, number 14, Alyssa Tully. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 5, Giovanna Bonilla. And then batting ninth, the shortstop, number 3, Gigi Braga.
Defensively for the Panthers, behind the plate, catching for Moylan will be Birch, Kennard at first, Rhodes at second, Morrill at short, Goss at third, and then Emerson, Morrissey, and Murray left to right in your outfield.
As mentioned, Allison Moylan will be in the circle for the Panthers. Moylan a 3.59 ERA, 2 wins, 6 losses on 17 appearances. Her 10th start this season. She has 50.2 innings pitched.
A little shout out to Courtney Nadeau, former standout softball player here at Plymouth State, watching from home, critiquing us on our broadcast. Wish you were here, Courtney.
So Pressmack now will step up to the plate to lead off the inning.
Kira Pressmack 0 for 3 last game against Eastern Connecticut State earlier this morning. 2 groundouts and a pop out.
Runs up on that one, but takes it for a ball. Little chopper there to Goss at third, just past her glove. Good job by Morrill to keep it from going in the outfield, but it'll be a leadoff single for Pressmack.
Yeah, tough break there, but nice job to keep it on the infield. Give up only a single.
Brings up the second baseman at number 7, Kaylin Morse.
Morris was 0 for 2, hit by a pitch, and came around to score in the first inning and grounded out in the third and struck out swinging in the 5th.
First pitch she sees, taken for a ball just outside from Moylan.
Again, rain's starting to come down heavier here at D&M Park on this championship Friday.
That one low and in the dirt. Pressmack's going to take off for second. She's going to get in there. 2-0 count now to Morse.
Wonder if that'd be a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Taking that one just high and away now. 3-0 to Morse.
The wind's starting to pick up as well here at D&M Park. Gusting hard coming in from left field.
The 3-0 pitch. Taken, called strike. Beautiful pitch there from Moylan on the outside part of the plate.
Can we apologize for the wind noise in our headsets?
3-1 pitch. Taken low for a ball, so Moylan will walk Morse. Now trouble for the Panthers as they have first and second with still no outs.
I wonder how much of a problem it is with the rain starting to come down more, even heavier in the bottom of the first.
It's going to bring up the catcher, number 9, Roxanne Vento.
Vento, last game this morning, she was 0 for
chopper
1.
there onto Rhodes. Will go on to first for the out, but the runners will advance to second and third now with 1 out.
Can't get it out of my book quick enough.
But a big first out there for the Panthers, as Razkowski now will step up to the plate.
Does advance the runner. Prusmack at third, Morris at second. And Razkowski was 2 for 3, a single, a double, run scored, and a stolen base with 1 RBI.
Watches that first pitch low in the dirt for a ball. Birch doing a good job to keep it from going to the backstop. Moylan struggling a little bit here early on. You have to wonder how much of a factor this rain plays with that.
It's the heaviest it's been so far today.
The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, little grounder just past the glove of Goss. It's going to roll into left field. Emerson firing in, but 2 runs will score, as it's going to be a 2-run double for Razkowski.
Yeah, 2 RBI double, bases clearing, but a great shot, but right through the legs and through the glove of Goss. UMass Boston strikes first.
It's going to bring us to the designated player, number 15, Taylor Paulina.
Paulina, again, we saw her in the DP spot last game after the injury last night, where I believe she was 0 for 1, reached on an error and reached on a sacrifice as well, or a fielder's choice, that is.
So 1 down, runner on second. Beacons now with a 2-0 lead. First pitch to Paulina. Lays down a bunt, beautiful bunt down the third base side. Goss is on to Kennard for the out, but Razkowski will move on to third.
Another close one. It looked like it kind of slipped out of the hand of Goss on the throw down to first. Nice pick by Kennard at first base, but Beacon still threatening here in the bottom of the first.
So it'll be the first baseman, number 19, Lauren Mitsiaris. First pitch, she sees swung on high, pop up, but perhaps in play. Birch ranging back, but it will go off the press box.
Mitsiaris 0 for 3 earlier today. 2 groundouts and a strikeout swinging.
This is the rain we knew that was coming here to D&M Park, but now that it's here, it's just insane. The 0-1 pitch. Low and inside for a ball, but not enough to advance Razkowski.
Looks like Moreland struggling to get a good grip on the delivery. Again, we will try to get 5 in here. If not, it won't be a complete game.
Just low and away now, ball 2.
Birch trying to pull that one back up into the zone, trying to frame it, doesn't get the call.
Two-one pitch now. Swung on a high fly ball. Goss heading over to get a play. She'll put it away for the out. Beautiful catch by Mel Goss.
Goss right at the fence on the third base side in front of the bleachers, able to brace herself and keep her eye on the ball. Great play there.
Beacons will get 2. We head to the top of the second. They lead at 2-0.
Plymouth State Athletics is brought to you by Portland Glass, Biederman's Deli, Northeast Delta Dental, the New Hampshire National Guard, Merchants Auto and merchantsauto.com, Student Transportation, and by Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott.
Five, 6, 7 now due up for the top of the second inning. Goss will lead it off for the Panthers. Mel Goss now with a .273 average with 10 RBIs. Panthers look to answer back after the Beacons pick up 2 runs in that first inning.
Again, Goss last night against Thomas. A double, a walk, 2 runs scored.
As that one's low and away for a ball.
It seems like Goss has gotten stronger at the plate as the tournament's gone on, as the rain really coming down now.
1-0 pitch, swung on, chop foul, now 1-1 the count. And yeah, quite thankful for this tent at this point.
Yeah, we thought we were going to try to get in the press box, but with the Wi-Fi, just didn't want to risk it, so we're hunkering down in center field once again.
1-1 pitch to Goss. Low and inside now, 2-1.
Again, it seems like Thomas is struggling to get a feel for the ball on her pitches with this rain. Just not a downpour yet, but a steady rain.
2-1 pitch. Taken outside now, 3-1. Goss with a good hitter's count.
And Goss really trying to look for something middle in. Thomas trying to be conservative, probably. Panthers need to get some action going, down by 2 early on.
3-1 pitch. Taking called strike now, full count.
And scoreboard's throwing me off. Still says the first inning. It is the top of the second.
Now. 3-2 pitch coming here to Goss. Swung on, little chopper just past a diving Braga. Mel Goss will lead it off with a base hit.
A nice hitting by Goss. Again, as we said, continuing to get hotter at the plate as this tournament has gone on. And she sees herself her 3rd hit in 2 games against UMass Boston.
It's going to bring up the left fielder, number 12, Cassidy Emerson. Emerson entering play today with a .341 average, 11 RBIs.
Last night against these Beacons, she was 1 for 2, reached on an error, had a single, and also scored a run for the Panthers.
Runner on first pitch to Emerson, taking called strike. Good pitch there from Thomas. Oh, 1 pitch. Just missing away now, 1-1.
Bento trying to frame again on the outside part of the plate, just like she did against Eastern Connecticut last game.
Rain picking up once again at D&M Park. 1-1 pitch. Emerson with a beautiful bunt. And a throw and out of play. Goss is going to head for 3rd. And she'll get in there easily. But now Panthers threatening here. No outs, runners on 1st and 3rd.
Yeah, give that an error there to Thomas. I believe it was, trying to do the throw down to Mitsiaris at 1st. So Emerson will reach on an error, but runners on the corner. Panthers threatening here in the top of the 2nd.
It's going to bring up the right fielder, number 20, Nina Murray. Murray batting .295 this season, 6 RBIs.
Trying to look back at my notes once again. Murray had herself a game against UMass Boston. She was 3 for 3 with a bunt single, a double, and another single. 2 runs scored and an RBI. So you should continue that here again this afternoon.
First pitch now to Murray. Taking called strike. Right down the heart of the plate.
Again, we talked about it yesterday multiple times. Murray working on trying to pull the ball. A lot of her shots this year have been opposite way to left field. Again, that 3 for 3 against the Beacons last night. RBI, 2 runs scored.
Big high fly ball there from Murray, but picked up by Thomas in the circle for the 1st out.
Unlucky break there. Murray just got underneath it as Thomas was able to get that up in the zone. Get Murray to chase it. Easy pop out there.
It's going to be a pop out for Murray as Haley Birch steps up to the plate. Birch, the catcher, batting .308 for the Panthers. 9 RBIs this season.
Come on, Haley!
First pitch to Birch. Taking called strike. Thomas doing a good job working ahead of the counts.
Again, Birch not only starting to get hot at the plate as a freshman, but also calling a great game behind the plate for this Panthers all year.
0-1 pitch swung on. Nice one there, but right into the glove of Morse at second. 2 down now.
Yeah, tough one there. Morse couldn't make a throw, thought about going to third. Dev never had a chance to go back to first to get Emerson, but 2 outs here against the Panthers already.
Brings up shortstop number 23, Deb Morrill. Morrill, 340 average with 10 RBIs.
Morrill last night, 2 for 3. 1 for 2, reached on an error, had a single as well in the 6th. Flied out to left, her first time up in the 2nd.
Swinging first pitch, but foul behind the Panther dugout.
Now we're starting to lose vision with the rain coming down even heavier. Almost just about to that downpour stage.
We'll see how much longer they continue to try to play this game here, as definitely if it's to stay like this for the rest of the time, it's going to be pretty hard to get to all 5 innings. 0-1 pitch to Morrow. Little chopper's going to go foul. Look for a second like that was heading back to Thomas in the circle. Morrow now, though, with an 0-2 count. Goss on third. Emerson on first. Thomas's 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the backstop. We'll do it again.
Tough one there for Morrow. Kind of sitting on a breaking ball. Fastball comes in, kind of right over where she wants to hit. Right at the waist, just too late catching up to it. Fouls that one back.
Morrow at the plate. Thomas delivering an 0-2 pitch once again. Swung on another high fly ball out of play into the trees.
Morrow just slapping at that one. It's close to the plate. Had to do a defensive swing just to stay alive here in the top of the 2nd.
If Morrow can reach, we will go back to the top of the Panther lineup as Kennard stands in the on-deck circle. Oh-2 pitch. Swung on another high fly ball, but once again, another one out of play. Morrow doing a good job to stay alive here for Plymouth State.
Yeah, it's, again, just that one really wasn't a defensive swing. Again, just a little bit late coming around. Thomas, a little bit more speed than she had last night. Even here in the rain, Panthers having trouble catching up with the pitch. Can't believe still an 0-2 count.
0-2 pitch now to Morrow. Swung on a high fly ball. Calling for it is the third baseman in Tully. She'll put it away. So the Panthers get 2 runners on but can't get a run home. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. Still 2-0 Beacons. Bottom of the 2nd from D&M Park. 7-8-9 due up for the Beacons. It's going to be the third baseman in number 14, Alyssa Tully.
Alyssa Tully this morning, 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a foul fly to left field.
Swinging first pitch from Moreland on to Morrill at short. Good play there for a quick first out. Again, Dan, they just don't take any recollection of you talking about stats.
You know, if that's what's going to work for Plymouth State, then so be it. If they're going to get a ground out right as I'm still talking, why not?
So now it's going to be center fielder number 5, Giovanna Bonilla.
Bonilla 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a line out.
Watches that first pitch rate called strike. Good job by Moreland to hit the low outside corner.
Again, we are trying to make it to 5 for a complete game.
Another strike in there from Moreland.
Beautiful frame job there by Birch behind the plate.
Bonilla in a quick 0-2 count. Watches that one low in the dirt for a ball.
Now that one just slipped out of her hand, coming inside on Bonilla at the feet.
Yeah, you're going to have to imagine we're going to see a lot of that from here on out. Moreland delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, shot foul down the first base side.
I'm still really impressed by both of these pitchers of how much they can keep command of their pitches even in this rain.
1-2 pitch. High, trying to get Bonilla to chase. Now 2-2.
It's a good idea. Look for that breaking ball, that off speed. Try to get it down and in and get Bonilla to swing over the top of it.
2-2 from Moreland. Swung on a little chopper down the third base foul line. So we're going to have a switch out here.
Now, assistant coach Paul Safini is going to be very busy cleaning and drying off the balls here today.
2-2 once again from Moreland. Just missing low.
Is that breaking ball just dying a little bit too much at the plate?
Full count now to Bonilla.
It's a great call, though. Great call there by Birch behind the plate. Fastball coming here.
3-2. Low and in the dirt. Bonilla's going to take the free pass to first. And with one out now, runner on first, it'll bring up the shortstop, Gigi Braga.
So look back in my notes once again. Braga this morning was 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout. She also reached base and a walk in the second.
Another swap out here for another softball.
Another shout out to the Little East Conference League office watching in and Rhode Island. Thank you for tuning in here in this Championship Friday.
That one just outside for a ball. 1-0 now the count to Braga.
Again, fans, use the hashtag LEC Softball on Twitter and see your tweets live on the air.
Nice bunt there down the third base line, but it will go foul.
Goss doing well to come already halfway down the line to start. Had a good chance of getting the throw down to first in time.
Bonilla on first, 1-1 pitch. Another bunt laced, but this one once again foul. Braga trying her best to get that right down the line, but both times just being a little too forward with it.
Trying to get Bonilla's speed into scoring position at second. Now with that 2-strike count, Braga's gonna have to pull back and give it a swing here. Look for that off-speed pitch inside.
1-2 pitch. Outside, runners off for second, and Bonilla will get in there with a stolen base.
Yeah, hard, uncharacteristic throw there by Birch, missing way out to our right, her left on the throw down to second. No chance to get Bonilla at second.
So Bonilla now with stolen base number 1 on the season as a 2-2 count. Pitch to Braga, high and away now, 3-2.
Great job there by Birch to get out of her stance quickly and get up and hold that in front of her and keep Bonilla on at second.
So a first pitch out to Tully. Ever since then, it's been 2 back-to-back full counts for Moylan. That one swung on a high fly ball, but out of play.
Another defensive swing there by Braga to stay alive as she slapped at it.
Three-two pitch again from Moylan. Swung on, chop foul down the third base line.
Didn't know it was possible, but the rain coming down even harder here at D&M Park on the campus of Plymouth State University in beautiful Plymouth, New Hampshire, at the foot of the White Mountains.
Pitch from Moylan, low and in the dirt. Bonilla's not going to be able to advance to third off there. A good stop by Birch behind the plate. But now the Beacons are threatening once again with back-to-back walks and 2 runners on.
I wonder how much more we can pitch in this rain.
Yeah, you have to imagine the coaches will have a conference here before too much longer. No water pooling up yet on the infield. As we've mentioned all day, the grounds crew doing a good job to prepare the field. As first pitch, they're alone in the dirt to Pressmack.
Kira Pressmack, her first time up this game in the championship game, 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. As we're going to have time called here. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be too much.
Yeah, I think the umpire's definitely going to have a talk here. I think we might be heading for a rain delay. We'll see what they decide.
You've seen Moreland now at 4 straight pitches, just kind of rolling him in there at home plate. She can't feel it. We're going to see what the umpiring crew wants to do as head coach Bruce Addison will come to the circle and talk with his infield, try to settle his team down if we decide to continue play. But we'll wait for the call. Again, we knew this rain was coming. We at least got 1 game in as the umpiring crew is going to talk with the event staff and see what we're going to do here. We'll wait for the call from public address announcer Chris Kilmer, but I can't believe, Weston, we can go on much longer right now.
No, it's coming down in buckets right now. As mentioned, Moreland with 4 straight balls just can't get a grip on him. And it's the same for Thomas, too. Thomas was struggling in the top of the inning. So they're not going to have the coaches come together to discuss what they're going to do. I think we're definitely heading for a rain delay here, though, at D&M Park.
And again, since we aren't at 5, it is not a complete game, obviously. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to wait 30 minutes in the rain delay before the umpiring crew will either call the game or decide to hold out longer. Again, the weather is not supposed to improve at all today. It's only going to get worse as the day goes on. The next chance we really have a window to get in will be late afternoon tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then possibly Sunday if it goes to a second championship game if UMass Boston wins.
So the Panthers are heading off the field as Coach Addison told them to head to the dugout.
Okay, we're going to wait for the call officially. We will stay live on the air. We'll keep the graphics up, commercials going until we have the official call if the game is canceled. Again, I don't know for sure, Weston. I don't know if you know if we will pick up in the second or if we'll start a brand new game. I'm assuming we'll pick up in the second.
I believe we'd pick up where we left off here. I'm not entirely sure what that is.
And they just called it. So we are in official rain delay.
So at the bottom of the second inning, 2 runners on for the Beacons. The Panthers did get 1 out. We're going to head to a rain delay. Again, fans, as Dan mentioned, stay with us. We will have the graphics up. We'll keep you informed as to either whether we postpone or can get back to action. But a rain delay here now from D&M Park in Little East Championship. Beacons lead at 2-0.
There's a path that takes you further in life. A breakthrough way of learning that prepares you for an ever-changing world. At Plymouth State, you'll find your way and learn more about yourself. It starts with our bold new approach to learning, the first of its kind at any university in the country. We call it our integrated clusters.
So So back here at D&M Park, Dan, they're not even going to wait the 30 minutes. This rain just coming down in buckets. We're going to resume tomorrow afternoon. We will pick off where we left off here in the bottom of the second with a 2-0 Beacon lead.
So looking at it right now, we've been looking at the radar all day. It's just, there's no chance. It's just a massive wall coming in from Massachusetts. It's finally reached us. We had a couple of little showers in game one. But to recap you right now, as you said, Weston, UMass Boston, the number 4 seed, holds a 2-0 lead over Plymouth State, the number 1 seed. What we saw, Pressmack come around to score. Same with Morris on a 2-run double by Reskowski in the first inning. And that's all we've had. It's been tough for the pitchers, but again, as public address announcer Chris Kilmer said, we will resume tomorrow right where we've picked off, where we left off, that is, here, in the bottom of the second inning with 1 out.
So fans, be sure to stick with littleeast.com as well as our social media pages. We'll keep you updated as to when we'll resume play tomorrow. We don't have an official time yet, just in the afternoon. 3 p.m. we'll be back on to resume this Little East Championship game. So for our producer, Andrew Ferentz, our cameraman way down there, and Gavin Cook, Dan Salzer, I'm Wes Nowad. Come back tomorrow. We have more softball we played here at D&M Park.